Hey techies, welcome back in Tech IVP channel. So techies, today we are going to discuss about the object. In last tutorial we discussed about the class. What is a class? How many types of the class available in the Java? How we can create the class? What is the abstract class? What is a concrete class? What is the inner class? All the things we have discussed in the last tutorial. If you are not gone through, please go through this video so that you can get understanding about the class. Okay, and these are the very frequent interview questions. What do you mean by class and how many classes are available in the Java? Okay, and today we are going to discuss about the object. Okay, what is the object and use of object in the Java programming. With the real world example we can do demo. Okay, practically we can do how we can create the object. Okay, so how many ways we have to create the object? It is a really frequent interviewer ask this question frequently. Most of the time interviewer asks this question. Okay, what do you mean by object? In how many ways we can create the object? So this one is a very frequent interview question. Okay, so let's start, but please stay tuned. Please like, share and subscribe the channel to get more amazing stuff about SDET rule interview question. So let's start. Okay, so the first thing is, what is object? An object is a real world entity that has state and behavior. Okay, that has state and behavior. It is an instance of a class. Okay, in last tutorial we already discussed about the class. Okay, class is a blueprint. It is just a template. It doesn't contain the memory. Okay, it is an instance of a class. Keep in mind, object is a real world entity that has state and behavior. It is an instance of a class. Okay, everything in Java resolves around object. They store data and perform action. Objects store data and perform action. Okay, for example, a car is an object. For example, a car is an object. This one is a object. Okay, this car is an object because the car has some state. Okay, some behavior, some methods. So state means data, means color, red color. Okay, brand Tesla. Okay, speed 180 km per hour or 360 km per hour, 450 km per hour, whatever the speed. Okay, behavior. What is the behavior? Start, stop, accelerate. Okay, these are the behavior. These are the called methods. Okay, object is a real-time entity. It is an instance of a class. And object have behavior and state. Behavior means what type of action through this object we can perform. And if we talk about the state, then state refers to your color, brand, speed. Okay, so this one is called state. Okay, so I hope you get understanding about the object. Okay, and in how many ways we can create the object? So object we can create in 5 ways. Okay, so this one is a simple syntax for the object. Okay, we can practically we can do this one. Don't worry, stay tuned. Okay, don't worry, don't skip this tutorial. Okay, we can create practically the most commonly frequently used mechanism through which we can create object. Okay, so for the time being I'm just presenting you how we can create a object, only the syntax. Okay, practically we can do this one. Okay, don't worry. Okay, so let's start. So let's focus here. Focus here. Okay, firstly we have created a class. Okay, class name is car. Okay, string color is red and Tesla. This one is a color and this one is a brand. Okay, in last slide I was shown you color is red and brand is Tesla. Okay, what is the behavior? Start and stop. Okay, its behavior is car behavior is start and stop. Say that for example we have kind of a dog. A dog is an object because it's contain a space in memory. Object contains space in memory. Okay, and object have some behaviors. So what are the behavior of the dog? Barking, bow bow, doing always bow bow is barking. Okay, and kind of eating food, his behavior. Okay, if we talk about sparrow, then sparrow is climbing, flying. So this one is the behavior. And about the color, okay, so this one is called object. The object is a real-time entity which contains a space in memory. Okay, it is an instance of a class. Okay, so this one, firstly we have created a class. Okay, and in this class we have specified some behavior. Okay, color, brand. Okay, and the behavior is start. We have created a method start. Okay, car is starting. Okay, and then we can call this class in another class through the object reference. Okay, so practically we can do this one. Okay, did you get the point? This one is one class, this one is a second class. In second class, how we can call this class? Through the object reference. Okay, what we can do, we can create an object of this class, new car, using the new keyword. We have 5 ways to create the object creation. Have 5 ways. Okay, one by one we can discuss. Okay, but let's move on to the first behavior. Okay, so let's start. Let's move on to the screen. Okay, so guys, this one is a class. Okay, let me create one more class, class B. Okay, class 1 I have already, class B I have created. Okay, so this one is a class B and this one is a class A. Okay, in class A, what I can do, what I can do, I can write some methods. Okay, public void car. Okay, car, this method I have written there. Okay, sys out means system.out.println car colors, COLOUR color. Okay, and the second, let me copy paste this thing. Let me copy and paste it here. Okay, car brand. Okay, now this one is a basic main method. Okay, let me create one more method, car state. This one, the method name is car state, ATE, car state. Okay, and the next one method, let me copy paste. I am a very good copy paster. Okay, so the second method is car behavior, behaviors. Okay, spelling you can check. Okay, I'm not a good at the spellings. Okay, so spelling you can check, but yeah, I know how to do the programming. Okay, now here what I can do, car speed, car start and car stop. So 2 methods we have created in this class. Okay, 2 methods we have created in this class. Okay, so we have created 2 methods in this class, and now I want to access these methods in this class. Okay, or for the timing, if I want to execute this method, it will be executed? No, it will not execute. It will execute my previously we have done in the class sections. Okay, it will not execute. So what we can do, how we can call this class in class B? So in that case, what we can do, we can use, let me remove this one, we can use extends class, let me copy paste, class A. Okay, and let me create the object of this class. And how we can create the object of this class? Okay, class A, CLS A equals to, just spelling mistake. Class A, CLSA. Okay, new keyword, new class. Okay, the object is created. Object. This one is the object of class. Okay, now through this one is a reference name. Okay, CLSA is the reference name. Through CLSA you can call all the methods car behavior. Okay, CLSA, what are the methods available? Behavior and the state. Okay, let me call this state also here. CLSA, copy paste CLSA dot state. Okay, got it? And let me execute this one. Okay, so what we are getting? Car speed. Okay, car starts, top, brand, everything we are getting. Okay, so this one is the first way through which we can create the object of a class using the new keyword. Okay, for the timing, if I want to call these methods in the same class, so how I can call? So in that case, what we can do, let me create a public method, public static main method, public static void main string args. Okay, how we can call? So can we call directly? Let's try. Class A dot. We can't call, but yes, we can. What we can do? Class CLS small a equals to class A new, using the new keyword new class A, and this one is the object. Okay, object. Okay, and now you can call all the methods. CLSA dot car state, CLSA dot behavior. Okay, and let me change some car color, red, brand Tesla. One day I have Tesla. Right now I have Hyundai car, but yeah, one day I have definitely Tesla car. Okay, speed 460 km/h, kmph. Okay, start yes, and this one is stop. Let me stop. So our car will not stop because we are going to be continuously progress. Okay, so our car is not stopped anyway. Okay, because you are like and share my video. Okay, so this one is tech is really, thank you. I really appreciate your you are subscribed my channel and you are watching my videos and you are getting knowledge from these tutorials. So this one really motivate me. Okay, so this one is the way of creating the object. Okay, let me execute this one. So now we are getting, okay, so we are getting output car color red, car brand Tesla, car speed 460 km/h, car start yes, car stop no. Okay, so these are this one is the first way, and most frequently used this way we can create the object of a class. Okay, and if we talk about the another way, okay, if we talk about the another way we have the first one way we already used new keyword. Already I told you we have created a class. Okay, car is starting and we have called this using here. Okay, in the same class we have called. Okay, the memory allocate new keyword allocate memory for the object. Okay, so keep in mind, most of the time interviewer asks, what do you mean by new keyword? New keyword allocate memory of the object and call the constructor, and this one is called constructor. This one is called constructor. In upcoming tutorial we can discuss about the constructor as well. What are the constructors? Important topic. Okay, this one is called constructor. Okay, this, see here, this one is a keyword and this one is a constructor of your class, of your car class. Okay, so this one is a constructor of your class, keyword and the constructor. The next one is reflection. So what in this, the most the reflection way is mostly used in the Spring or Hibernate framework. Okay, so in this what we can do, we can load a class and use a new instance, load a class and a new instance, class for new, okay, and bike ride, okay, and measurely and create object. Through with this help we can create the object of this class. Okay, firstly we create a class name is bike. Okay, method is void ride system.out.println, bike is riding. Okay, and then we have again created a one more class. Okay, in this class we have used main method because without main method we can't execute in the Java. Okay, then what we can do, we can create the object of class. This one is the object of the class using the reflection, using a class for name bike, class for name bike. Okay, and then create a new instance, and new instance creates its object. This one is create the object of a class. Okay, let's point to the third one way is a cloning. Okay, clonable implement. This one is an interface. Okay, we can call interface. In upcoming tutorial we can also discuss about the interface. What are the interfaces? Okay, why we use interfaces, what are the difference between classes, abstract classes and interfaces. Okay, so everything we can discuss, but you can stay tuned with this channel so you get better understanding, and you are getting better understanding about how to crack the interview. Okay, most of the these are the frequent interview questions. Okay, so you can, that time interviewer not tells you, okay, you can write the math, you can create a object for using the clone. Okay, no, he just simply asks what is object, how many ways through which we can create an object of a class. Okay, so in that case what you can do, you can simply say that object is a real-time entity. Okay, and we have 5 ways to create the object using the new keyword, using the reflection, okay, using the clonable. Okay, this one is a clonable. Okay, and fourth one is deserialization. So the deserialization we can, and this one is also interface. This one is also an interface. Okay, deserialization. Okay, in this what we can do, in this we can use a constructor. We can create a constructor of a class. Okay, what is a constructor? What is a constructor? In upcoming tutorial we can discuss about this one, because it's a really important topic about the constructor. Constructor plays very important role. Okay, how many types of the constructor we have. Okay, so in the deserialization what we can do, we can create a constructor of the class. Constructor is the same name of your class, like object have a same name of the class. Okay, once we are creating object, okay, new, how we can create the object of this class? Okay, new employee ep equals to new employee. So this one is object. Okay, so object, this one is a constructor and this one is a constructor. So we have different type of a constructor: parameterized constructor, non-parameterized constructor, default constructor. So this one is a parameterized constructor we have created. Okay, and parameterized constructor we have to be called here. Okay, we have to be use the object input stream, and deserialization is restored for the file input output system. We can use this one is for the file input output system. Okay, when an object is deserialized, it's restored from the file or stream into the memory. Stream means it's stored or streaming into the memory. Okay, so fourth one is the way of deserialization, and fifth one way is use factory method. In this we have to just simply create a integer object and the value of 5. Okay, value of method is a factory method. It returns an object instead of creating it directly with the new. So this one is guys to whole about the object. Okay, important point for the object. Object is an instance of a class. It is a real-time entity. Object have identity, state and behavior. Object can create multiple object from one class. Okay, you can create multiple object of a one class. Okay, for example, you can create, let me show you. You can create multiple object. Okay, so this one is a one object. Okay, and let me create object 1. Let me copy paste CLSAB. You can create multiple object of a single class, but how you can use it totally depends. How you can object 2, object 3. Okay, it totally depends on you how you can use these methods. Okay, so can we call this object in the class B? Can we call? Let's try. Let me remove this one. Okay, and let me call this one. It's directly calling. We have no need to be extend. Let me execute this program. We are getting everything. Okay, and says that suppose we have a method, we have a object is class AB, CLSAB. Okay, let me paste here CLSAB dot. Can we call this one directly? No, this one can't be. Okay, because we can't created the object of this class. Yeah, but using CLSAB, because we have created a method here over here. Okay, then we can call all the methods, available methods presented in the class. Okay, let's create a one more method here. Let's create a one more method, public bike white bike and system.out.println bike riding. Okay, bike riding. Can we call this one? Yeah, definitely we can call. Okay, let's call in the same class first. Okay, we can call using the class. Let me rename this one bike. Okay, class bike dot bike. We can call this one. Okay, can we call this method in the class B? Yes, definitely, using the object reference name of the object. So I hope you get understanding about the object, how you can create the object of a class and what are the important factor for the object. Okay, so you can create multiple object for a one class. Okay, object interact with each other using the methods. Okay, using the new keyword, class for name, clonable, deserialization and the factory method. So these 5 ways through which we can create the object of a class. Okay, so guys, these whole about object. I hope you get understanding about the object, what are the object, how we can create the object of the class. Okay, so please stay tuned, like, share and subscribe this channel to get more amazing stuff about SDET tool interview questions, and don't forget to post your comment in the comment section. Goodbye, thank you, have a nice day.